Today's video is Chapter 7 Test Review. We're going to go through, I already put the answers. I'll explain it as I go if need be. So number 1 is A. Number 1 is B, because anything to the 0 power, hold on, let me see if I can get rid of that. Anything to the 0 power is 1, so number 1 is B. Number 2, the negative stays with it. The negative exponent goes to the bottom, makes it a fraction, so letter A. Number 3, negative exponent goes to the bottom, and then we just multiplied it out, got 1 over 125. Number 4, the negative exponent goes to the bottom, the 7 and the m to the 4 stay on the top of the fraction. We don't move those because they're both positives. Okay, now we're going to go, kind of did this backwards, going to go up. Number 5, the negative exponent goes to the top, the b to the 7 stays at the bottom, the 5 stays at the top. It's for letter B. Number 6, two numbers are multiplied, we get 42, and then we got negative 8, positive 3, add those together, we get negative 5, but we're going to make it a positive exponent by putting it at the bottom of our fraction, so it's letter A. Number 7. Okay, we multiplied the 7 times 4 times 6, and I got 168. G to the 9th and G to the 1st. Add 9 plus 1 is 10, so we have G to the 10, and then H to the 6th, so it's letter A. Number 7, power to power, multiply. 6 times 3 is 18, so it's Y to the 18, letter A. Number 9, we have power to power, we multiply negative 10 and 2, we get negative 20. It becomes a positive exponent by putting the bottom of your fraction, 1 over y to the 20th, which is letter B. Number 10. Okay, anything to the 0 power is 1. Then we have power to power, 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times x to the 14 is just x to the 14. Okay, number 11. When you're dividing bases, you subtract exponents. So 9 minus 5 is 4, and we have n to the 4th. Okay, going to go to page 3. Number 12. Okay, again division. Same base, divide. You're going to subtract 5 minus 11, which is negative 6. Don't want the negative exponent, want it as a positive, goes to the bottom of your fraction as 1 over a to the 6th. Number 13, again you're subtracting exponents, so we got 3 minus 8, which is negative 5. Don't want a negative 5, we're going to put it at the bottom of our fraction, so we have 1 over 3 to the 5th, and we multiply 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 5 times, and I did that in the bottom there, and we've got 243, so it's 1 over 243, letter C. Okay, number 14. Let me see if I can get rid of these boxes. Get over here and I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can get rid of them. Okay, number 14. Everything is brought up to. Hold on. Alright, I'm just going to go from here. Alright, so you have power to power. So you have power to power, and it goes everything inside of the parentheses. So we have negative 3, because negative and negative is positive. I mean positive 3, because negative and negative is positive. Negative 3 and 5, which is negative 15. Negative 3 and negative 2 is a positive 6. So we're at this point right here. I'll highlight a little bit so you know what I'm doing. This point right here. Okay, now I'm going to move the negative 15. Let's see, I'm going to do the math here, which is 3 and a negative 15. I get a negative 12. I'm going to move that negative 12 to the bottom as a positive 12, and then I add 12 plus 6 to get m to the 18th. Okay, well, here's those boxes again. Alright, if I can get rid of them, I don't know what's going on. It's been a while since I've done this. Alright, So now the next one, number 15, I'm going to substitute the 2 where x is. So again, I'll try to get my highlighter. This 2 is the value for x. This -4 is the value for the y. Okay, and I put it in parentheses because y is -4. It's not just 4, it's -4. So then I'm going to go through and I am going to move the negative exponents to the bottom. So I did that over here. So I have a +2 and a +3. Added those together, I got +5. And now remember, if it's a negative exponent, it's going to be a negative. So here's my negative, and I carried that with me to the final answer. Then we went through and multiplied 2 to the 5th power. We got 32. And then we multiplied 4 to the 5th power, which got 1,024. And then I divided by 32, both top and bottom, and I got C is it's -1/32. Alright, comes those boxes again. Number 16, I moved my decimal. I was doing so well with this. Okay, I moved my decimal to make it into scientific notation. I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where the 8 is. Then I moved this one to make a scientific notation. I moved it to the right. And when you move it to the right, you're taking away. So I moved it 1, 2, 3. And so it becomes a -3. So that's letter A. Number 8, I'm making it into expanded form. I took my invisible decimal, which is right next to the, let me find, which is right next to the 8 right here, invisible decimal. And then I moved it 4 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get 80. Number 19, the decimal's there. I'm trying to get rid of the exponent, so I'm going to move it to the left 3 times, and that's how I got letter D. Okay, almost there. Number 20 is all the way to the top here. Okay, a little word problem. Astronomers measure large distances in light years. 1 light year is the distance that light can travel in 1 year, or approximately that number, miles. So million, trillion, billion, I think it is. Suppose a star is 8.7 light years from Earth. In scientific notation, how many miles away is it? So first of all, we need to put the 5.88 times 10 to the 12, because I put it into scientific notation. I multiplied the 5.88 times 8.7, because that's how far away the Earth is from a star. Okay, and I got 51.156, and I times that by 12, but that's not scientific notation. So therefore, I had to move the decimal 1 place to the left, which is adding, so I added 1 to 12, so I got 13. Number 21. We are multiplying bases. We're going to add exponents. I got the 4, multiplied the number, so we got 54, but that's not scientific notation. So I moved my exponent to the left 1 time. That's adding an exponent, so I got 5.4 times 10 to the 5th. Okay, it's 21. Let's go back up to 22. See if I can get rid of this box. Okay, we're going to add exponents. I added -6 and -2, and I got a -8. I multiplied 0.4 times 0.7, which I got 0.28. Not scientific notation when I put them together, so I needed to move my decimal 1 place to the right. And when I moved it 1 place to the right, that means I'm subtracting 1. So I ended up with a -9. So it's 2.8 times 10 to the -9. Number 23. Okay, power to power. Oop. Let's get rid of these boxes. Oh, shoot. Go back up. K power to power, which I did right. Use my highlighter, maybe that's better. I went power to power, so, and I got a -2 and a +4. I wrote my 2 to the -2 power as a fraction. I simplified it here. The 10 to the 4th stayed the same. Now I want to write that into a decimal because I want to make scientific notation. So I got 0.25. I moved my decimal one place to the right, which means I'm taking away 1 from the exponent, and that's how I got 2.5 times 10 to the 3rd. Okay, 2 more to go. Okay, it says I need to end up with the 2, so 3 to the 2nd power, and if I'm multiplying bases, I add exponents, but I have a -6 here. I need to know what's going to go here. What -6 is going to give me 2? And I said that was an 8. And same thing over here. I'm going to end up with an m to the 11th. Well, I have a 3. What +3 is going to give me 11? So it's going to be an 8 again. That's how I got that one. All right, so those are the answers to Chapter 7 test review. I'm sorry about the boxes and a little roughness. Hopefully it helps.